Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk here on Shelbyville Now. I'm David Thomas. This is Bo Gill.
Hello.
We're going to talk just about some stuff, man.
We're going to real talk. We're going to talk about whatever brings up.
That's what we always need to do is real talk.
Real talk.
There's some people that don't know how to do that.
They don't. They have a lot of fake talk and they have a lot of double talk. And real talk is just the truth, and it's just honest, and it's direct.
Well,
it doesn't feel good all the time.
Yeah, and we're going to try to talk about some stuff that might have some interest. I was just sitting here looking over some of the news that's been going through today, and Pope Leo wants to have open borders for everybody over the whole world.
The whole world,
except for the Vatican. Oh. Where he is at.
Wait, the Vatican's door should be the first one open if this passes.
I thought that was kind of fun.
This kind of tells us where Leo is standing. He's our new pope. How long has he been in? Under a year, probably?
Yeah, about a year, I guess.
About a year.
Now we've got an expert has come out. I don't know the expert's name. I'm just reading headlines off. That is raising some new doubts over the Epstein suicide based on some evidence that he's seen. But who believes he committed suicide to begin with?
The day it happened, when
we're not supposed to say that word on here, or really? They block us.
Well,
the S word.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the word that bothers?
Well, YouTube shuts it down. Well, and also murder. If you say murder, you have to use the M word and the S word. You can't say those, or they block you.
We can take the S word out here because in this case with him, the M word happened. In my opinion.
Exactly, the M. He got somebody killed him.
Yeah, I think so. He was too high profile of a criminal, and now look, we're still discussing. How many years has this been since he
4 years maybe?
Yeah, so it's obvious that it was an inside job. Unless but now we got some experts saying it, so I guess that means that
it's shifting into the government shutdown.
Yeah,
right now the fight is over where we're going to go $2 trillion more into debt next year, or $3 trillion into debt next year. I was listening to Rand Paul give his take on it. He says, how about we just don't go any further into debt and stop spending like we're idiots?
What a just a novel concept there.
All right, but you got the Republicans, the right is saying we only want to go $2 trillion in debt, and the left is saying we want to go $3 trillion in debt. I say get rid of all of them.
They should.
They're all worthless.
They are.
And let me ask you, has it affected you, Bo?
Not that I know of. No, it has not.
The only thing that I know that is affected and have a negative impact on the public directly is your air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
They shut down Nashville.
Yeah.
We don't have air traffic control in Nashville.
It was really bad. It's been some traffic concerns even before this happened, and now that this happened,
my son just flew on a plane to San Francisco, sitting
so
up
he
there.
was just blindly just taking off.
I don't know what they're doing, but that does affect things. But this whole idea of $2 trillion more dollars, how do they sit in a room together and say they're for the American people and they're representing the American people, and they do that?
Yeah, when they're looking,
they don't even know how to run a calculator.
They're looking at the debts climb as they're asking for $2 or $3 trillion. They need to stop the bleeding, and people like Rand Paul are just on islands by themselves. Unfortunately, he's really kind of, like love him or hate him, he's usually right when he's.
Well, I'm for. They shouldn't be talking about. They're not talking about spending $2 or $3 trillion. They're talking about spending and going in debt. That's way spending more than $2 trillion or $3 trillion. That's just going to be that much more of a deficit next year.
Why aren't cuts in the headlines anymore?
I thought that's what we got. Doge.
That's what we got. Doge went away. Elon got mad, stomped his feet. Now they're back together.
That ain't why Doge.
Well, no,
Trump wasn't going to do Doge.
Well, I know it, but
now you got.
Regardless, he campaigned on cutting.
I know,
cutting.
and we're not,
and we're not on either side, and they're both fighting and blaming each other. But
here's the thing:
in the middle, here we are
on that, and you say we're going to cut, and Trump never did. But a lot of these Republican senators and representatives, they came up and said, we're going to cut the budget. We're going to cut the spending. And Elon Musk says, we're going to eliminate fraud and abuse. And they come in there and they started listing all the stuff that's fraud and abuse. Oh, well, we can't cut that. Oh, we can't cut that. And I'm talking about not just the left, but the right was saying, oh, we can't get rid of that.
Nothing's changed.
Because they can't they got to keep getting their payoff.
Yes, nothing has changed.
Nothing.
We've got these maybe new faces and names in the government. Nothing has changed. The Republicans get control, they act the same way. It's, the Democrats get it and they act even worse.
Just a little worse.
Yeah,
One's just a little worse than the other now at this point.
Yeah.
All right. So IRS put half of its workforce on furlough. I don't know if we'll know a difference or not. I mean, honestly,
the letters don't have personalities, and
they're all most all of them are automated. If you get a notice of any kind or any kind of periodical report or something that's done by a computer, it's generated by a computer and it's mailed out automatically. I guess they have to have their mailroom workers, but half of their workforce is furloughed.
I would be interested to know if those were like on the boots on the ground agents, IRS agents that are actually.
Well, they got more. They've got so many.
They do.
They got not agents. They've got so many different levels of people that are just customer service reps that answer the phone and talk to you if you have a question.
Yes.
There's more of them than anything else.
Yes, and they never answer the phone. And then
it's like a 45-minute hold if you go on there just to ask a question or get an address change. You're going to stay on the phone for 45 minutes to an hour just to get somebody to answer.
Yet they have all these employees.
Well, not now.
Well, but
so now you just call and nobody answers.
Well, that's okay. I mean, I'm okay with it.
All right, but anyway,
I'll pay my fair share, but I'm okay with that.
That's going on. Let's see what else we got here. Woke generals are in fear.
Oh, there's woke generals.
How can you be a general and be woke?
The only general that are woke I know are the ones that wake up after sleeping. I woke up. I have no idea how you can be a real woke general. And if you are,
how can you be in the military and be woke?
Are they being labeled this way, or are they calling themselves woke? I would assume.
No, they're being labeled that way.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
let's see what else we got. We got the Chicago mayor is making threats. He
says, "Bring it on, Trump."
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We don't want to. I mean,
well, it's going to be a standoff. I start reading those headlines and it just makes me sick.
Well, it does. I mean, and then you think about the federal government, and just at this moment, if you're a conservative, if you happen to vote for Trump, you're like, let's go get him. Well, the shoe can be on the other foot in 4 more years, and you don't want the federal government just going around willy nilly. I think that the federal government and what Trump wants is to go in there, do their job in these crime-riddled areas, do the job, just, nothing else. But yet this political attacks come from the government running. But I just hope that there's no clash, nothing crazy like that.
Well, I think, Bo, we're already in a civil war. And the way I know that is the NFL, you got organizations tit for tatting each other. NFL comes out and names this idiot Bad Bunny going to be the halftime performance. Okay. And that's nothing but somebody that's not even from the United States coming in here with a woke agenda that promotes all this crap that,
what a slap in the face. The
NFL fan base is totally against this mess.
Oh, totally. I mean, and who are they serving? Their fan base? I gave up on it several years ago with the kneeling and stuff. When I watch football or any sports, I want to watch that, and I want to hear the commentator commentate on the game that I'm watching. I have no interest in his political opinions.
Well, here's the thing. When singing the national anthem is not a political statement. No, it's just saying we love this country. All right.
Yes.
And if you got a problem with that and you call that a political maneuver,
I could argue
you got to go.
I could argue that's almost a crime.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
Yeah, it is.
But we are in a civil war, and it's a war of ideas and lifestyle are clashing. Two lifestyle ideas are clashing.
Yes.
And we're in that war right now.
I mean, look at the other side. Look how vehemently the hatred. Look at the assassinations that are happening.
But here's the thing. The side that stands on God, family, and country are not going to retaliate like the others. Okay? It's good versus evil.
It is.
It's evil ideas versus good ideas.
It is.
And that's the clash.
That is the clash.
So, I hate to see it. But it's going to get worse before it gets better. And it's a lot of people going to have to come to Jesus.
Yeah, well said. Very well said. I mean, that's
all right. And there he is. Since Charlie Kirk's assassination, there has been a revival taking place.
There have been high government officials, publicly proclaiming the name of Jesus Christ.
Okay, if they are, then they need to get on their knees and ask for forgiveness for what they've done to this country and then fix it.
It's not just a one-day thing, is it?
No, I'm talking about $2 trillion spending more than you bring in is not a godly act. Okay,
No.
it's a criminal act.
No, it's just, but they're acting like it's what they do. It's ridiculous.
All right, so we got this clash going on. Bo, I know just within a small community, there seems to be clashes going on all the way down to the, this type of person versus this type of person, and it's not race, it's not the color of people's skin.
No.
It's ideology.
Yes, it is.
It's what it is.
It is,
and you see it even just in a small community. You see it
every day.
It's mind-blowing.
It is. It is, and I mean, you see it, and it gets revved up online, and then a lot of times, really, people die. People die. I mean, it causes violence. I mean, luckily we haven't had a lot of that here, but it is a new day. It is a new day.
Anita Everson comes in there. She stopped watching NFL. She quit when the kneeling started.
Me too, Anita.
Yeah.
I can't.
Colin Kaepernick. Just you look at what happened.
Yeah.
He did that, making a statement. He comes back out and he tries to get back in NFL. Well, I'm telling you something. There's some owners out there that put their foot down. Now, I don't know. I thought the owners controlled the thing, but there's something else. It's corporate America is controlling.
That's exactly right. And a lot of these TVs and media and all
the drug companies, I think, are controlling them.
Probably so. I mean, I'm sure that they're getting
Pfizer and all these.
They control everything.
They were ramming these vaccines down everybody's throat. The NFL actually has a campaign still going on.
I can't get into it. It used to be football. Now it's I mean, I love football, the game of football, but that NFL stuff, man, just give me the raw game. I want to see the raw. And high school football is where it's at.
And you look, college is just a little step away from it, and it's better.
It is.
But corporate America has gotten into
now that they're
college
getting paid.
Football.
It's
this
different.
NIL stuff, and
it's different. I don't like it.
It's all in.
I like grassroots type stuff. I like
high school football.
High school football.
All right. Speaking of high school football, tonight Shelbyville travels to Clarksville and plays Clarksville High School at 7:00. And if you can't go to the game, I've got a link. It's embedded on our website, Shelbyvillenow.com, and you go to Bedford County Sports, and right at the top of the page, the players there. The broadcast will start at 6:45.
That's a great
and
service.
You can watch the game. You don't have to get a radio and listen to it. You can watch the game, turn their sound off. It's Clarksville doing it, and turn our radio on.
Well, that's the first time I heard of that. That is a big service. I mean, this year we've changed our conference a little bit, and we've got a lot of
we're in 6A. We're in 6A,
and we've got a lot of faraway games. So that right there helps people like me. I didn't know about that.
Just about every game is NFHS Network. You can go. It costs $9.95 a month, and you can watch any high school game that has that service. This is Clarksville High School. Or Clarksville Youth Sports, actually, is got their own production crew, and they're doing this, and it's on YouTube. So I embedded the YouTube feed on our website, so you can go to our website, or you can go to YouTube on a smart TV and pull it up on your big screen if you would like.
That's a service right there. Yeah. That's awesome.
But why? I mean, for years, all we had was just radio.
That's it.
It.
Rusty Reed, and then the years before.
But now you can see it.
Yeah, that's great. It's wonderful. I love it. Baseball games too. I mean, you can watch
most. It's a different world,
and that is
here's what happens. Radio and newspaper has gone away, man.
Yeah, it has.
It's slowly faded away to the point to where it's obsolete now.
Yeah,
and everything is on the computer screens. And that's where it's at.
It is, and I choose to live in real life, And
that's why we're sitting here with a microphone instead of writing it down.
That's right, real talking. This is coming out. There's no notes here, just like this piece of wood here. It's real.
So we've got that game coming up, and then of course we've got Cascade playing, and we have Community playing. Community has homecoming. They're playing Giles County. Man, they're tough. They're tough. But they got those games. All right. So in other local stuff, of course, we had another Uncle Nearest publication come out. Josh covered it well. We talked about it on Monday.
Yep.
There's also been some other shakeups in that world, the liquor world in Kentucky. There are several that have filed bankruptcy. So it's going to be a tough task to come out of this debacle that Uncle Nearest is in with the current conditions in the whiskey, specifically bourbon industry.
Oh, yes.
It's tough. It's going to be tough.
And we kind of heard rumblings of that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I've never kept up with that bourbon market until a little bit closer now.
All right.
And it is
And
struggling.
here's another thing. For some reason, and I hadn't dug into this. I've just heard people talk about it, and I've seen it. It has hurting our local farmers. Jack Daniels will no longer be supplying the they call it slop for animals for the farmers in Lynchburg.
Well, historically, this was a huge thing. The farmers really use it.
They rely on it because it saves them money.
They do. And I know that there are some right now down there that rely on it. I mean, you can go by the farms down in the hollers in Moore County and in Flat Creek.
You can smell it.
You can smell it. You can see where they put it. I think that it is going to have a
well, it is, because you're talking, it's come out. It's made state news. It's made national news.
Yeah.
And you're talking about some farmers saying we're going to have. Well, this is going to bankrupt us.
And it's a great supplement. It provides the nutrition.
Gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's no longer.
I don't know if it's an environmental issue. I wish somebody out there knew exactly what it was. It might be just the fact that they can sell it.
I think,
and they're hauling it out and getting money because they're hurting financially.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know how the Tennessee whiskey business.
I'll be honest. I hadn't dug into that, but that's something I'm going to look into.
I did hear
and see
about
what
that.
it is.
Yeah, we can report on that later.
But that's another thing. And then you were talking also earlier before we talk about election season is coming up in 2026, man.
Yeah.
In December, if you're running for office for any election in 2026, specifically the county races, your commission races and your mayor's race, you can pull your papers. December 15th? Is that what it is? Somewhere in December.
Somewhere in December. You can't get
go
them now
and pull those.
Yes, you can.
And right now, nobody has really come out except in the sheriff's race.
Yeah, that's the
We've got 2 in the sheriff's race. That's all I've heard.
That's the only thing officially that's came out. And I happened to go by the election office the other night or other day and asked them about that. Well, I like to see around, but
what are you doing?
Well, I'm just looking at things. You never know what the decoration and they got everything. I'd like to get on a more serious note. When we talk about the election commission, especially here in Bedford County, we've got a good a lady that runs that. Her name's Summer Leverett, and she just had a loss in her family. Yeah. And I just want to send prayers out to her because I know that's tough. Yeah. I didn't know that till I went there, but I did get the information. I wanted more information, and you can pick up your papers, and you got to get your signatures and all that stuff. And then there's another deadline date early. I think it's in February or January where you can either decide to not declare, or you have to turn in your signatures and then then the primary.
Let's talk about the process. Most people sitting out there listening, they're not going to go up there and pull papers and run. Okay. Right. Most people that are watching this, there might be somebody out there that's thinking about it, but there's a process to go through. But let's just get down to the nuts and bolts and the bare tacks and where the rubber hits the road. What do you expect from your representatives? That's the question that everybody has to answer about. What do you expect from a county commissioner? What do you expect from a county mayor? What do you expect from a city council person?
That's right.
What do you expect from a city mayor? What do you expect from aldermen in some of the smaller towns and mayors? And what do you expect from the people you're putting in office? Yeah. All right. And Bo, it gets down to one thing and one thing only. And I wish everybody, they're going to have cards printed up. This isn't one of them, but there's going to be cards printed up and putting them out talking about how they're a big leader. And I want to see a card that comes in that says, I will listen and I will vote on your behalf. That's what I want to see.
I would like to see that or something similar with no face, no nothing. I want it just to have their cell phone number on there and it says, if you got a problem, call me, and they will talk to you because communication is lacking in a lot of these districts.
All right, so let's just say if we could just wipe the slate clean, Bo.
Okay.
And say, all right, everybody gets to reset. Okay. Everybody in office, keep your seats, reset, but start representing the people that you're supposed to represent. Yeah. If you're in District 5, represent the people from District 5. You're in 4, represent the people from District 4. If you're in 3, don't sit there and think that you're smarter than all the people in your district and that you know best.
It's the worst.
It don't make any difference what you think. Yeah. It's what the people that you've elected and the people that you're representing want done.
Yeah.
And whether you like it or not. And this goes to one thing, and I was talking to Josh about this and you as well, this liquor by the drink thing up on the square. where you can have outside. They're talking
Consumption
about
outside.
Yeah, we're talking about having that passed. I am opposed to that.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
But guess what? 80% of the people that are being represented want that.
Yes.
Okay. So guess what?
What's that?
Those 80% of people should get their way with it.
Only if you're doing your job. If that's the way you're supposed to represent. That you're not supposed to do what David wants in that situation.
Exactly. That's what my point is.
What the constituents.
That's what my point is. I'm violently opposed to it. If I'm a commissioner or a council person facing that, I'm opposed to something, and I got a wall of people I know that are for it. I have no choice. And here's the way every person ought to vote when they cast a vote, Bo. They should say, on behalf of District 4 or on behalf of District 3 or whatever district it is, I am on behalf of my constituents in District 5, I vote yes or I vote no, based on what they have told me. All right.
We've got we've got some really good ones.
We got some that'll do that.
Too few many. But we've got some that'll do that.
Right.
And it's they've got other jobs to do, but they're also doing all this work.
All right, Connie, here's the thing. And I bring this point up, Connie. You're opposed to it as well. I think that it ought to go away and that we shouldn't have liquor by the drink here. That's just me. That's my opinion. Unfortunately, there's 80% of the people that think otherwise.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And we're in the Bible Belt. That shocks me. Okay. Mm-hmm. But you go out there and you start asking, it's going to be 3 out of every 4 people. Oh, yeah, it's fine with me. It ain't going to bother me. Go ahead and do it. Well, in that case, as a representative, I have to vote that way, even though I oppose it, and it makes me sick at my stomach.
I think that's the biblical way to be. You are, let's just say you are not for it yourself, but he's appointed people to govern the people. And if the people want
not to govern, then actually to represent.
To represent.
Our government.
So I think you could sleep good at night making the choice for the people.
What governs us as a country is the Constitution of the United States,
right.
Not a human being. Okay.
Well, we got lost in that.
I know, exactly. You look back at it, and I've had this discussion with people before. The Bible tells us to follow our leaders and the people that are in charge over us. Well, our founding fathers, instead of throwing it on a king, okay,
that's right,
through a representative government up to vote on behalf of the people through a constitutional republic, not a democracy, but a constitutional republic where everybody has representation. And the law of the land is not the word of a king, but it's on a piece of paper.
Now let's take this to an extreme example. If you've got 80% of people saying we need to murder or do something illegal or something.
No, you can't do that. You got to represent the Constitution.
I just don't want people to get it confused.
Exactly. But if you're going to vote on whether you want 500 homes built on 5 acres, or if you want 5 homes built on 5 acres, and there's a law that says that, and for some reason, just ignore that, and you bring that before, I'm going to talk to those people that live out there.
Yeah. Well, that's
okay, and I'm going to vote for them. And you know what they're going to tell me? No, we don't want 500 houses stacked up. And if I represent, I'm going to vote no.
Yeah, but that's what we're missing, because they're not taking the pulse of the constituents. They're not. A lot of them aren't asking. The ones, they just go in the meeting and okay, what do I think? So what do I think today?
Hey, here's the question, Bo. We're going to wind down on this, okay? Right now, how would people in Bedford County and the city of Shelbyville and Bell Buckle and Wartrace and all the communities that have their representatives in their small towns, how would you rank your local government? Would you give them an A, or would you give them a C, or would you give them an F based on representation and what's taking place? Now, there's big stuff that's going to be coming up down the road that we have to engage our representatives on a regular basis.
I think we should have a report card, a non-biased report card of
I'm going to put a poll up,
because I think if you could break it down in districts and you see the ones that are talking to their constituents and not, it would be very transparent of what's happening. You would be able to see clearly the ones.
Here's the problem, Bo. I think we need to do it as a whole, because you start to get into personalities. And just as a whole, all right, let's just take our county government. And I'm not talking about those people out there working. I'm talking about the representatives, our county commission. Okay. How would you rate them just as a whole?
Yes.
Now, there's probably 4 or 5 in there say good job, and there's probably 4 or 5 in there say you need to get better.
Yeah.
But as a whole, what would it be? We did one about 2 years ago where we took the individuals and we had a ranking system based on people's grades. Okay. And it ranged from 65% approval rating down to about a 35% approval rating. Okay. So people are afraid to, and I get it. I don't want to criticize somebody personally because they're not doing their job. But I'm just going to say as a whole, when y'all get in a room together, you're messing up.
Yeah, you are. And the personalities need to be taken out and just policy placed on the table.
You give them an F?
You've got to.
Are you kidding me? Are you talking about the county or the city or both? Let's just say both.
Well, but here's the problem. They're deciding on personalities instead of policy. They're looking at who's across the table. Right. The policy, it doesn't matter as long as whoever. If you came up with it, then I don't want it. If he came up with it, then maybe okay.
If let's just say this. All right. My job is to make sure everybody has a voice at the table. If I'm a commissioner, and whether I like it or not, those people, they need a way to reach me to where I don't have to call them all, and they don't have to call me. And the technology is out there, so you could go and
you can be over.
Connie, you're being too generous.
You can be over accessible.
Okay,
nowadays.
All right. Okay, Connie, rethink that. Give them a C. Don't give them a B. Give them a C because you got. She
went both ends of the spectrum. She needs to get. Yeah.
I'm talking about just the whole thing. And I'm not talking about the workers. I give our police, our EMS, our fire, all those people out there paving roads. I know they're working on tight funds. I'm gonna give them a dadgum A-, okay, A- across the board. But the ones representing us, the ones representing me, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. It's bad.
I get no contact.
Because if you ask a question, it offends somebody.
It offends somebody, and they think that you got some kind of angle to this.
Exactly. So here's the thing.
I'm so sick of that.
I can ask you a question, and I question you all the time about stuff with real estate. Yeah. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's just a thing. But it is where we live, and our future is at stake on the decisions that are being made today. And our public is the one that needs to forge that, not just a handful of people.
Well, you can't be scared to just come off. You've got to be giving real talk, right now, just real speech. You can't have some kind of pre-planned speech or answer. You just be real and just be like, bring it to me, whatever you got. I mean, you don't have that. They kind of want to shut you off and just walk away. And I'm better than you. How are you doing? Yeah. Your problem's not as big as mine, but if you know the right person, that's got to stop. Everybody needs to be. And yes, you said it the best. You said it the best. You may not agree with your constituents. You may vehemently disagree.
If you do,
but that's okay.
Don't make any
that
difference.
Is your constituent.
Yeah,
and you got to treat them the same.
You still got to vote the way they want you to vote. Right. And the only way you can do that is ask. And there's ways to do that now. We've got technology where you could have a Facebook page, not a Facebook page, but you could have a website. The county could have a website where it had a page for every commissioner, and they could put up a poll. And you have to register. Okay, get this now. You have to register and prove your place that you're in District 5 to go and vote. And so your 2 commissioners from District 5 know how you feel about it. You get people doing that, and you start getting 300 or 400 people voting on all these topics. It makes it easy for the commissioner. Yeah. Well, that's what they want done. That's what these people have spoke up. That's what they want done. I ain't got no choice.
I think it would make you be a better commissioner. In the 80s, if you didn't answer the phone, you might not be at home because there were just landlines.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's all in your face. You have no excuse to not respond to your constituents.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got that coming up, Bo. I wish that we could just hit the reset button and everybody start over afresh. And we're going to say, we're going to represent our constituents. And if we did that, it would change Bedford County.
It really would. I mean,
but you know what? We're not the only county fighting this.
Oh, it's every county.
It's human nature.
It's every county.
It's human nature. But
you know what they need to do?
But
they need to get their knife out, and they need to just whittle a good old long curly off, and that'll just kill the stress for the rest of the day. I tell you what,
I think the best place for conversations to take place where you lighten things up a little bit, it's on the courthouse lawn.
I think so.
Whittling and talking some stuff, about what's going on. And when you're whittling, you got your mind on this because you don't want to cut your finger
No,
off.
you don't want to
but
cut your
you
finger.
will. It lightens the mode up, and you're going to be there in the morning.
I'm going to be there in the morning at 9 a.m. We've got a new time. We'll be there. I'll be there at 9 a.m. I don't know who else is going to be there, but you know, regardless, we'll just have some early real talk. I just, you know, if I haven't ever met you, if you've watched this, I'd like you to come out and just say hi to me and whittle. You don't have to whittle, but I'm going to have sticks, and they're not for sale. They're for giveaway. And you just come hang out, and it's whittling on the square. I want this to become a thing. I've been doing it since the celebration.
Yep.
We started at 8 a.m., but now we're doing it at 9 a.m. I've had, you know, some shout out to Clyde Lamb. He's made it every single time.
Yeah.
So Clyde's my sergeant in arms, I guess now. But
so, are you going to have whittling sticks up there for people?
I have whittling sticks in my truck. So if you need a whittling stick,
I know where you can get a knife too.
I know a place where you can get a knife, let me tell you about that place. It's called Winter Circle, and you're talking about case dealerships, buck knives. They've got accessories. I mean, oil. What's the oil that I like?
Ballistol.
Oh, that stuff's awesome. I need to re-up. I had a little bottle. I need
if
a big
it's
one.
stuck, it'll unstick it. I promise.
And that's an
Ballistol.
old school deal.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been around.
It's German.
Yeah, I like it.
Non-toxic. You can use it to even oil a baseball glove with, but it's the best thing in the world for the joints on a pocket knife and the cleanup stuff. It's awesome.
But a great selection at Winter Circle.
And we've got some diamond sharpeners where there's actually ground diamonds on the sharpener that will put an edge on a knife
best
like
you can get.
Yep, absolutely.
Best you can get. So check them out too. I mean, get your Winter Circle knife and your bowgill stick, and come out and join me on Friday morning.
How much are the sticks?
How much are courthouse lawn?
How much are the sticks, Bo?
They are free.
They're free.
They are free. It is my gift to whoever comes and whittles with me.
Okay.
And like I said, you don't have to whittle, but it's highly encouraged.
If you wanted one of these just to put in your sock drawer,
it'd be great. It's a great smell.
Man, cedar.
I love cedar.
You can't beat it.
I mean, there's nothing better. And that's another thing.
Hey, this is a tradition of the South, right?
It is. It is.
And I don't want to see it go away. Some of these young kids need to come up there. Do they sharpen the knives? Are you asking if I sharpen the knives, Connie?
I can
at the Winter Circle.
I'll bring a sharpener.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you bring your knife to the Winter Circle, if you got a kitchen knife, I'll sharpen it for you, and it'll never be the same. I promise.
Let me tell you something about our younger generation, just right quick, and then we'll go. I know we got to go.
Yeah.
A gentleman came up that a lot of people know. Todd Bobo came up and he said, "You're whittling."
Yeah.
I said, "I sure am." He said, "You know what? My son,
Yeah.
Stephen, and William, they every time at the horse show, they love it. They
Oh,
love
yeah,
it."
yeah.
He said, "I got whittling sticks." So it's still in this younger generation, and I have a feeling it's going to stay alive.
Let me tell you,
it is.
the proper knife to sharp or the proper blade to whittle with. I'm just going to show you. Is this blade right here? And then they make some blades that are the secondary short blades that have a little angle on it.
Yes, that's what I use.
Clip blade or whatever it's called. Man, that thing right there.
It gets in there, and I love it. I've got me one of those good old classic case knives. That's just my favorite knife. It's an older model, but you know, they don't make them like that anymore. It's well worn, but man, it's just fun and it's relaxing. And you know, we're not as early. We did start at 9 a.m. I think before I was going to try to start at 7. So I'm giving y'all a few hours to rest. I'm taking my time. I'm not working. I am working afterwards.
Yeah, but you're going to be up there for a while.
I just want to hang out, and talk. I mean,
and you know what? Most of the time when you're whittling and you're talking, you're probably telling a lie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I won't lie. Lies are accepted.
Fish tails, horse trading tails, all that stuff.
Yeah. Lies are accepted. And
old school way. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Please share and like our video. This is live, but people can rewatch it, and we're getting 1,500 to 2,000 views every time, Bo. So
thank y'all for watching.
Maybe people like to hear some real talk. We'll be back.
Or some crazy guys, or either. I don't know.
Watch for the weekend wrap up Saturday morning.
Josh
at
and
10,
David,
and our Bedford County Sports Live is at 9:00 Saturday morning. We'll be going over to high school football games, talk about that.